Okay, so I got it all together now. I got there was just, you got to put the wheels on. And by the way, make special note, you can put the wheels on backwards. If you put the wheels on backwards, you see this is actually inset here, and on this side it's actually sticking out. So if you put them on backwards, the tire is going to rub up against that brace there. So that's all you had to do is put the tires on and put the little rubber bumper on there, and the muffler, and this little drain tube off the bottom of the water separator. But I've already used it once, and I've drained the air out of it, and I'm about to turn it on. I've got it set at 90. Of course it's 0 now because it's drained, but I wanted to show how quiet it is and how quickly it airs up. So here goes. And that's it. That's as loud as it gets. It's really pretty quiet as air compressors go. You know, my last air compressor was so loud you couldn't use it when people are asleep early in the morning or at night. And here's a look at how fast it's filling up. It's really unusual to be able to talk over air compressor. But I used it already. I aired up some tires, and it worked pretty good. It kicked on. I filled up, and I'll demonstrate some of that as well, but I filled up a full-size trailer tire that is completely flat, and it of course kicked on for that, but not until about, you know, because that tire had started at 0, and not until it got to about 20 psi did the compressor turn on, but it kept right up with it. I didn't stop filling, and it made it all the way up to 35 while it was on. So I'll be curious to see how it keeps up with something like a Blowgun. Just about there. Now its cutoff has kind of a whistle. And that's it, ready to go. Now I just have the air gun on it right now, but this is just a regular tire air gun, and I'll run it wide open here just to show how long it takes for it to kick back on. Goes. But it's no problem really, because it's quiet and it definitely keeps up. You could actually just keep filling without having to stop, from my first experience. So far this is pretty good. Now I'll be doing the impact wrench and the impact hammer and the air ratchet and the blowgun. So hang on. Okay, gonna get started testing out some air tools on it. I'm gonna start with the impact wrench. This is the Nitro Cat 1000 TC, 1000 foot-pounds of torque, which is stronger than average. Let's see what it does. Shouldn't have any problem. I've got it set at 90 psi, which is where I always use this at with the last compressor. Let's give it a try. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, that's got them. Out of these 5 anyway. And compressor didn't even kick on yet. So that's good. You know, I was using a roofing compressor before. I actually got it right here, but I don't want to show it. And this tank is, as small as it is, it's got a bigger tank than my previous one, so that's going to work out pretty good. So no problem at all with the impact wrench. Let's see what's next. Okay, next is going to be the regular tire air, what's it called? The air filler. I'm sure I will put the name of this thing in the subtitle, but I wanted to show that this particular tire is at 0, and now this thing is definitely going to make the compressor kick on, but I wanted to show how it's able to keep up, so here we go. You hear it kicking on? Almost at 30. Here we are about 32. I usually put these at 35. One thing I will say, this one definitely works better than my last compressor. The way it's able to keep up, because it's got the 2 pistons. Even though the tank isn't completely, you know, pressurized, it has enough to keep up, so you don't have to wait for it to like charge up. That's real good. Alright, don't know what's next. Okay, next thing I'm going to demonstrate here is this air ratchet here. Now this is a 90 foot-pounds of torque air ratchet, and what I've been running into on this one, on the smaller compressor before this one, is that this one would take up so much air that it would really slow down, and you would have to stop and let it charge up to, if you're taking off a bunch of nuts on some long bolts. And so this is going to be the first time I try this one. What I'm going to do is I know that the compressor will turn on, but I don't know exactly when. And we'll see how long it takes to turn on, and let's see if it can keep it going. And I'll have the camera on the gauges here, so here goes. can say is that it does better than my last compressor, but it does still lose the battle. So it's not going to be something that you can paint cars with, that's for sure. Next I will demonstrate the blowgun, and then that will be it. Okay, here we go. So this is the blowgun. This is going to eat up all kinds of air. And it's of course going to make a kick on almost instantly. But let's just see. What I want to do is see how long it loses its effectiveness. At a certain point when you're blowing off the garage, you just give up on it because it doesn't have enough strength. So I think I'm probably going to be able to tell by the sound, and I'll watch the gauges here. But okay, here we go. Well, it's a lot of effectiveness. It's, yeah, that's pretty much where you would turn it off. And let it recharge. And I was just showing water separator is separating water. But it did quite a bit better than the last compressor. Anybody that's got a big compressor is probably thinking this is all lousy, but the idea is that this thing is, you know, compressor is small, and it's in a tiny little space here and still doing pretty good. Gotta say it passed my expectations. Quite good. Very happy with it. Anyway, that'll do it. Hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching.